welcome. This is me, JB, singing Vegan Mum. So, I told you I had a special guest and we were going to be doing special things. Well, here we are. We are about to do it. On my Zoom, I have the lovely, the delectable, Miss Wonderful Shaila Prospere. Hey, Shaila!
Hey, hello, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. How are you doing, honey bun?
I'm good, I'm fabulous. It's Christmas. Oh, what a wonderful feeling.
Oh, wonderful feeling. Now, if anyone doesn't know who Shaila Prospere is, she is a fantastic, wonderful singer. And this, you've just released a new album called Under My Skin.
That's my third album.
Third album. Can you believe it? Third. I think you put up on Facebook like some histrionic, lots of covers of your different singles and albums. And
That's right. So if you could see this one here, in the red, that is In My Shoes. That was my debut album.
Oh.
This one here is Back to Life.
Right.
That was my sophomore, my second album.
Right.
And this one here is my new album.
Under My Skin. So In My Shoes was you started off with, and now Under My Skin.
Yes, in my shoes, Back to Life, and Under My Skin.
I love it. But Shaila, while we're doing this, as you know, not only am I a singer, I like to cook and I'm a vegan cook. So I'm making jerk sauce.
Jerk sauce. And what have you got there? I can see you've started with garlic.
So I started peeling some garlic here, if you can see it. And I've got loads and loads of peppers and scallion. And so what I'll be doing while you're telling me all about yourself, and this is some scallion. And my mum called it scallion, but isn't it different between scallion and spring onion?
So you're calling it scallion. Scallion is what I call it, but yeah, spring onion.
I'm sure Mama's got scallion.
Well, I think that's the American term and the Caribbean term. So.
I see. Well, anyway, so we're going to be adding all these things to make our jerk sauce. We've been making all week different things for Christmas, and I have lots and lots of peppers and stuff, and of course the Scotch bonnet, which is the one that makes it really
good. The fire.
Fire. So I'm going to put all this together, make some jerk sauce, and then wrap it up and post it to you. But
you can post some to me. Lovely.
So, darling, I will post it up to you after I've made it. So while you're chatting away, I'm cutting some onions. Oh, I can see you've got a cup of tea. Lovely. Now, tell me all about Shaila Prospere. When did you start? While I cut my onions up.
Shaila Prospere, oh gosh, where did I start? I guess when my proper music journey started as a teenager, and I joined a band. We called ourselves Offspring at the time. Only to have to change it, of course, because there's a big band called Offspring.
Okay.
A big rock band. So we couldn't have that name, but we had it for a little while. I started in a band. There were 6 of us. I was the lead singer. I was the songwriter, and we took our little band all around the UK performing. And we used to get booked up nearly every weekend.
Wow.
And
wonderful. And then when did you become solo singer?
Well, between the band, before I became solo, I'd left the band. I had joined a girl group. We were called Infinity at the time, and that didn't quite work out. So I ended up leaving there. And then decided that I wanted to go solo.
Right.
And so, oh gosh, I don't even know what year that was in, but it would have been in my 20s.
Right. I thought you were in your 20s, darling.
You keep thinking that. I can work with that. That led me to Full Crew Productions, who signed me to do an album, and that's how the first album came about. This one here.
Ah,
In My Shoes.
In My Shoes, lovely. And how did that
had a couple.
How did that do to your first single? How did that go? First album, sorry. How did that go in terms of, recognition?
It did really well. I mean, I won a couple of awards with that album. It did really well for like the street UK soul street scene. Girlfriend was a big hit off of there, and Good Guys and Sorry and Mistakes. Those probably are tracks that people might be familiar with.
Right.
From back in the day, they'll know those songs.
Right.
But yeah, that went very well, that album.
Wow. Lovely. And then,
oh gosh. Well,
so hold on, I'm looking at my plate. So as you can see, right, this is all the onions and the peppers. I've got 3 or 4 different kinds of peppers. I've got the bell peppers, I've got these kind of chilies, I've got orangey chilies, and of course I told you, but I haven't put this one in yet, Scotch bonnet, because I have to be careful, because if I even touch this, a lot of pepper and onions and garlic, and it's all going in my food mixer. So just let you know that's what's happening. But I haven't put any seasonings in yet. I'm going to make a big sauce, enough for me and you see. So
lovely. I mean, I used to be able to handle hotness much better than I do now. Okay, so after In My Shoes, I then sort of had a bit of a hiatus from the music, from releasing songs. I was writing projects with other producers who are doing writing projects.
So you're more of a songwriter, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was kind of just writing songs and helping other singers get off the ground with their projects. I did that for a good 10 years, I would say.
Right.
Oh, is that burning?
It's burning me. I'm trying to sort of be all professional, but can you see I'm starting to cry? So keep talking. I'm going to get some tissue.
Now, let this be a lesson to people.
In it?
Is it what's burning you? Is it the pepper or the onion?
Onion and the pepper. It's
wow.
Like going, woo! But it's all right. So if you see me crying, anyone, it's not anything to do with Shaila. Because I decided to make jerk sauce. Which makes a lot of sense.
Oh.
Yes, go for it, Shaila. I can listen. It's fine. It's not that bad.
You're doing it without gloves as well.
Woo! Yeah, I know. Never mind. So I'm listening away. So I'm going to leave it. I've put all the onions and peppers and garlic. I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And some apple cider vinegar. You can use white wine vinegar, but I'm using apple cider vinegar because this is what's going to make it last more than a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. If you, I'm going to have to open the window because it's pure pepper and ginger and everything. Oh, everything going on in here. And some salt. So you were saying I can do this. Go on.
Where was I? I've forgotten where I was. Okay, yes. So I did some writing projects, and then I slowly began to start writing some songs for myself.
Right.
Without the intention of releasing anything, it was really just to try and get a publishing deal, I think.
Okay.
And to make my way as a songwriter.
Right.
So I began writing all sorts of different songs, really, with one of the producers who's on my last 2 albums, with Les Jones. And then I sort of asked Everest, Everest, he's another singer, he's a producer. I asked him if he would kindly contribute and give me a couple of backing tracks.
Oh,
Backing tracks.
Right.
And mainly because I just wanted to go and do some open mic sessions. I wasn't planning on releasing anything.
Can I just interrupt? I'm adding in now. This is the ginger, and I'm adding in the Scotch bonnet pepper to all my things now. So if I start barling again, people, it's got nothing to do with Shaila. I'm going to add some turmeric in here.
I love turmeric. It has very good health properties.
Absolutely. I'm going to get some more tissue, darling.
Open that window a little bit more. Open that window a little bit more.
That's the best that one can do.
You know what is a good tip?
Yeah.
If you rinse that plate and put a lid on your yes, because it's the smell. It's the smell that
Thank you so much. That's right. Thank you. You see, I'm going to have to bring you here when this COVID thing finishes. You can come and help me. So I'm putting in some soy sauce. I'm putting in a generous amount of allspice. I like to do these things usually very fresh. I like fresh, but because you're here with me, I don't want to, you know, be doing too much or distracted. I'm putting more black pepper in. Did I put the vinegar in? I can't remember. I did, didn't I? Did I put the vinegar in?
You did.
I did. Right, good. You keep up with me, and I'll keep up with you. And I'm going to put in some chili. Oh, and I like to always grate my nutmeg. This makes me feel like I'm my mum. You know they love to grate, and they grate a thing, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm grating some nutmeg in there. Lovely. Was your mum a good cook? Did she cook a lot for you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't beat mummy's cooking, can you?
But where are you from? Where's your parents from?
St. Lucia.
Ah, Lucian. So do you
jerk really was our thing.
Oh, it wasn't your thing, and that wasn't. You don't have an equivalent to jerk sauce.
They might do. I don't know, but
I'm adding now some smoked paprika. I'm being quite generous.
okay.
And I think that's it really. I'm not going to add any more for a minute, right? So now I'm going to shut the lid so at least the onions and the garlic won't be making me go. Now where were we? Before I set this off, where were we? So I want to fast forward to this year. As we know, we've had COVID, but at the beginning of COVID, a beautiful song you put out.
Let's be lovers. Let's be friends.
Can we have a little rendition?
You want with music or without music?
You just sing, man.
Oh, well, you started it, so we can do it together. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh. 2, 3. Let's be lovers. Oh look, we're not gonna sync, are we?
We are at the moment. I think we're syncing.
No, you're delayed.
Oh, am I?
Just for the listeners.
Okay.
Your heart is. I forgot the lyrics.
You forgot your own words.
You can tell I haven't sung it for a while.
I'm the same.
Your heart is speaking to mine. No words are spoken, you and I can translate every single word. Wrapped up in our private world. Now I know that you can feel it when it's so deep and streaming, caught up in wonderland. Now I know the search is over, and tonight we'll discover for better or worse. Here we go.
Let's be friends. I don't know the fortune. Let's be lovers. Let's be friends.
Keep this locked forever, baby. Right till the very end. Guys.
I love that
I
song.
should have sent you the lyrics.
Oh, thank you, darling. I'm really rubbish at lyrics as well. But yeah, they really supported that, the radio stations. It was really lovely to hear it. It was really lovely.
Yeah, that song did really well. I mean, it's still getting played now. It's almost, I think we released it in about March, April. It's still getting played now, but we did have 4 other amazing mixes from that, which dropped in kind of late June, July, and that was 2 from the Soul Syndicate team, which is DJ Phil Philo and Everest Pelias. 1 from Ricardo Reed from the Family Reunion production team, and who also did the original version.
Right.
And the 3rd mix, which is sort of an Afro mix, is from Les Heavyhand, who was in my band when we were teenagers.
Oh wow.
we've worked together since then. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, you've done really, really well, and it's been lovely to have so much women in the charts from the UK, like yourself and Deborah Debs. It's just been
Hill Street Soul's in there.
Oh yeah,
Solutions. We've had Deborah Bell in there.
Yeah.
It's quite a few of us going on. Hannah White. Who have I forgotten? Natasha Watts.
Oh yeah, Natasha, brilliant.
I think this 2020 was the year of the girls, wasn't it?
I think so, and I think 2021. I think we're going to continue to just keep putting out good soul music. Don't you?
Yeah, Lucas Settle. I mean, he wrote
he's brilliant.
with me, and a couple of the other tracks.
Yes. So we want to encourage people to continue to support British-born, grown, home soul music, because it's really. I think the scene is really firing at the moment, don't you?
It has to be amongst the mix. Mix.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
But now, look, before we carry on, I'm just going to zhuzh and see if we can get our jerk sauce going on. And it's going real well. What did you say, honey bun?
How long do you blitz it for?
I blitz it until it looks the way I want it to look. So it's looking real good. And I'm going to keep blitzing. I'm going to actually add a little bit more vinegar.
And I want it to look a bit more red. It's not looking red enough. So I'm going to add in a little bit more red peppers in here. And I blitz it really until it looks like jerk sauce that you see in the shops, really. So
see, the jerk sauce that I see in the shops and that other people have made, and they're not Jamaican, they're probably Trinidadian. It's more green.
Yes.
It's a Jamaican jerk sauce, typically red.
I think people make it the way they like it, but the ones I always see look more red. So, but I have seen green. I've even seen ones that look more brown even. You know what I mean?
So what will you be adding that sauce to?
I'm a vegan, so at Christmas I'm going to be making a nut roast. I made a nut roast this week, so I'll be having that on the side. But people that are not vegan, they can have this with their chicken and their rice and whatever it is, a sauce, you know. However you would eat your jerk sauce, or you use it as a rubbing or as a marinade sort of thing, yeah. So I'm going to do it again. I think it's ready, Shaila. So I'm going to put it in a little bowl so you can see what it looks like.
You can use it as a marinade, as a side dish. Can you see that looks?
Wow. Oh, so it's quite thick.
Yeah.
What you mean to have on the side like a pepper sauce?
Yeah, like a pepper sauce.
Wow.
I mean, that's if you can manage it. That's if you can manage it. I know people that do it, and I'm okay.
I have a few friends and family members who could probably manage that, but I think that might blow my head off.
But literally now, what makes it really nice is when you leave it for a few days and then taste it. By the time it reaches you,
what does that do? Does that make it more fiery or more?
Yeah, it'll marinate, so all the flavors and stuff will marinate. You know what? I missed out on this. I missed my herbs. I missed thyme.
You know, I was gonna say, because when I was talking about the colours, I was like, I don't eat herbs.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that back in there, right? And I'm gonna add my thyme, my mixed herbs. I'm gonna zhuzh that up, and then when I send it to you, it will be complete.
What herbs are you going to add to that?
I'm going to add thyme. Lots of thyme, and I've got some fresh thyme in my garden. Mixed herbs, like a dried mixed stuff as well, because dried herbs also taste really good dried as well. You get more flavour actually from the dried version, but it's nice to have a mix of both, dried and the fresh stuff. So that's how I would make my jerk sauce ready for Christmas. You can have it with your chicken. You can have it with your fish. If you're not a vegan like me, I'm going to have mine with my nut roast. I'm going to do different things with it. But a lot of people use it as a marinade as well. So Shaila, it was really lovely having you here.
Thank you.
Well, coming to my kitchen. I call it the Flavour of Muisc. So I intend to invite more. Yeah. So I intend to invite more stars like yourself. And you have blessed me so much by being my first guest.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, because you've done such a wonderful job this year of getting your single out and your album this year, and it's not been easy. Do you want to say anything else before we close up?
For independent artists, there are challenges, but there are great rewards at the end. And I would just encourage everyone just to try and support us a bit more if you can. You know, play our music for a bit longer. You know, there's no big machines behind us. It's just us and our pockets. Trying to bring some more good music, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's happening for you next year? And I know you've just started releasing singles from the album. Will you be doing more of that?
Yeah, I'm already in a few projects at the moment, working with other people. And some writing, some, you know, just collaborating. But I'm excited for 2021. Just want to send a bit of love out there to everyone and keep your heads up. But it's nice to see you. You look fabulous. And next time, let me know when you're doing a nut roast feature, because I don't know how to make a nut roast. And I'd love to know.
Oh, I will. I will let you know all about it. Shaila, you are a star. I'm forever in love with you. I'm in love with you anyway. I've got my album.
Oh, bless you.
I do have my, you know, I bought my CD, right?
Oh, thank you so much, Shaila, for being on my first cooking show, the Flavour of Muisc. So guys, this is me, JB Rose. I'm going to put a picture of this up. I'm going to add the herbs that I forgot to add in here. So I'm going to add some thyme. I'm going to add no coriander because Shaila doesn't like coriander. But fresh and dried herbs. I'm going to zhuzh it up and I'm going to post Shaila's to her, wrap it up for her Christmas. So guys, for healthy vegan options, I'm your girl. See you next time. Take care.
So many rainy days, I know I got bills to pay. Am I enough to make the cut and make